What is up, everybody? Hope you are doing well on this Friday evening, or afternoon, I guess. It's 4:45 p.m. my time here in Puerto Rico, and so being in Puerto Rico in December on a Friday night, there could be a crazy parade that happens at any moment to celebrate the holidays. That is one thing that I love about living here. But I'm not here to talk about Puerto Rico or the awesome Christmas parades, which I hope I get to be a part of one later today. I'm here to talk about the truth about brand deals. Now, I have been seeing in some Facebook groups for the last couple of days, in particular in the Amazon influencer space, which is where I play at the most, where people are kind of poo pooing on the idea of doing brand deals and doing them for what I would call a budget friendly price. And so, as I kind of get into this, I'm going to kind of share my full experience, not just theory or stuff I read on the internet, but these are things that I have seen over the last 3 years being full time in this business. I've seen this, 4 years being in the Amazon Influence program, but 3 years hyper focused on these brand deals. So it's good to see everybody real quick. People jumping in the chat. Good to see you here. Let me see. I got my display up. I never know where these chats are going to go. But anyway, what is going on? Good to see you. Let me put these right here and line them up perfectly. What's up, Bradley? Bradley, hey, how's it going? Good afternoon, Russell. Hope you're doing well. Hank Russell, that is. Hope you guys and gals are doing good. Thanks for jumping in. So let's jump into this. And this is a spicy topic here in the creator world, and that is low ticket brand deals. And when I say low ticket, especially in the Amazon world, I'm talking the $20, $25, $30 videos that everybody says is bad for the industry. I hear this all the time. And I see other creators shaming each other and myself personally when I share about brand deals and they're saying you're devaluing yourself, you're ruining the market, you should charge $200-$300 plus minimum for these videos that you're posting on Amazon. How could you? This is, they go pretty wild and pretty hard in the paint. And I get it. Listen, I get it. I'm not one to show up and say, hey, all this is easy and video is easy. I totally get it. I understand where they're coming from, but I completely disagree. And honestly, I think they may have a wrong strategy when it comes to doing this type of stuff. And so what I'm going to show you and what I'm going to talk about is why I believe low ticket deals can actually make you more money more consistently and monetize you as a content creator way faster than most content creation monetization strategies. And so the misunderstanding here is that you are going to compare this, and especially, and once again, just to preface, I am talking about the Amazon Influencer Program. So that is where you upload videos, people engage, they interact, they make a purchase, and you make a small commission. And then there's brands out there and sellers who want you in particular to make the video. So maybe they'll reach out to you, they'll ask you to do the video, and you have the opportunity to make some money doing this and charging them a small fee. So you might price it $200, $300, $400, $500, and they might go, you know what, I got $50. Can you do $50? And then you get your ego in place and go, $50, that's not worth my time. And it's not, because you probably have the wrong strategy, which I'll share with you today. But the problem is we're comparing this same sliver of the video market, which is huge, by the way. I mean, we're talking everything from Instagram Reels to the film industry in Hollywood. The video business is big, the market is big, and there's markets within inside of the market. So to compare a $25 Amazon video to a $500 commercial asset or a $1,000 TV production or even a, $18,000 influencer YouTube video where the influencer has 2 million followers and a really great following, that's just kind of crazy to me. And I see it all the time, and I feel like there's content creators and really people in the Amazon influencer space missing out on paid opportunities that can stack up and really add to their revenue and really to their bottom line, because it doesn't really cost that much to start acquiring these types of deals. And if you're going to go acquire a $25 deal versus a $1,000 deal, that is a much different process. And so I don't think that people quite understand that. They definitely don't say that. They definitely don't disclose going out and even selling a $300 video versus a $50 video is a whole entire different sales process, because these are two different, entirely different services. These are two different client types. These are two different goals of the client. And to put these all together and to mash this video industry together, and then say that someone like myself, who has had very great success in the amount of time I spend in this business, to say that I'm ruining the industry is a far cry. It's a stretch, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And I think that people who are saying these types of things are ruining opportunities for everyone else, because you're honestly just overvaluing you're overvaluing yourself in the types of content you put out. And quite frankly, a lot of the stuff I see from people who post this, their content is not that great. Now, I'm not saying I make the best quality content ever, but I have learned over the last 3 years, over 30, probably actually 4,200 brand deals, probably 4,000 of those are paid collaborations. I can say I know what brands want. I can say I know what they're looking for, and I can say that I know how to create the content that they want to see. And so, what they're looking for is not this cinematic, film production that you would probably even see on YouTube. They don't even want that quality. They want speed, they want volume, and they want simple product demo videos showing their product, what comes in the box, how does it work, what is it made of, what's your first thoughts about it. That's going to help their customers make buying decisions. I say it all the time. I'm not here to give full tutorials of products. I'm here to show you that no, this cell phone charger does not have lightning bolts coming out of it. I'm showing you what comes in the box. I'm showing you how it works. And those are the types of things that I think we often miss out on as content creators, is the ability to use our skill set to quickly show up and create these quality content. So to say that low ticket model is low value, it's just a different business model. I tell people all the time, like, we're just playing two different games here. Like, we're playing two different games. And there's somebody on my call last night, because I do a once a month call with my deal makers group. And this person is what I would call a true influencer. And they have a very big YouTube channel, and they do very big deals. Their base deal is probably $5,000 or $6,000 just to get a product in a video. However, they have this ginormous pure audience that is very dialed in to that product. And I'm not opposed to doing bigger deals or bigger collaborations or sponsorship deals. I did this in the podcast industry, where I would say, well, nope, I know my audience is small, but they're pure, they're a great audience, and this is worth way more than what you're talking about. And that's a whole different conversation, a whole different whole different strategy in its entirety. So let me break this down for you, just to kind of give you an idea of the opportunity here and what I've done over the last few years. So one, sellers don't need a ton of creativity. They need simple, once again, unboxing, hands-on clips, simple demos, fast turnaround, these things that move products. Because a lot of these companies, and I have numbers to prove this over the last 3 years, working primarily with companies in China, is they will change products like I change underwear, and that's at least a couple times a week. And it's just, if something's not working, they'll change. They'll be a portable monitor company 1 month, and then 3 months from now, they're going to be a clothing mitten company or something. And I see it all over the place. And so the opportunity to get paid up front, even if it's just a little bit, because the argument here is, oh, well, if you make a video and you sell it to a company, and I'm not talking about usage rights. I think that's a whole entirely different conversation. But if you make a video for $20, these companies are making millions and millions of dollars off you. And that, in this world, is not true. That is absolutely insane. It's not true. And a lot of these companies are switching out products, trying different things. And so I have 4,200 and something products on Amazon. 1,900 and something of those products are no longer available right now. When I went and did a storefront health check using an extension over there, it said, hey, dude, 51% of your videos are unavailable. Those products are unavailable. And so what does that tell me? Well, that tells me I'm not there anymore. What happened? The inventory went away. The company went away. They changed their strategy. Maybe a new version of that product came out. There's so many uncontrollables, but I did the math, and off of those videos that are no longer, I made right at $60,000 from those collaborations, and you guessed it, that's charging about $25 to $30 per video. So I was actually able to get paid and make quite a bit more than I believe I would have made just from those things, maybe sitting on Amazon and doing that. So low ticket is a volume game. Now, do the math with me. You can do this however you want to. You can say, you know, videos per hour. You can say videos per day, whatever you want to. It doesn't really matter. But say if you film 5 to 6 videos, I'm going to say per day. I'm going to say per day, in at $25 to $30 each. That's going to be around somewhere between what, $150 to $180 per day. That, I don't know about you, but that's pretty good, especially if you're taking 1 to 2 minutes to record these videos. You can record them pretty fast if you have the right strategy. So if you do this just a few times a week, maybe you do it 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week. This is full-time money. This is a full-time opportunity for you to jump in. You're not chasing virality or viral videos. You're not begging brands. You're not a salesperson. You want to go land $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 video. You better have your freaking sales game on, and you better have some good quality content that's not you with your shaky ass iPhone doing this number here right in your bathroom trying to plug something into the wall, because that's not going to cut it. That is not worth $2,000. I don't care who you are, how good looking you are, or how good you're on camera. It is not worth the money that you're trying to charge. So instead of begging brands and then doing endless revisions, you start charging $5, $10, $15,000 for a video, $1,000 for a video, and you think you're going to pass that through with one pass? No, you're not. Absolutely not. It's bonkers. You will not go fast whatsoever, and you'll spend more time selling than you will creating. I promise you. Been in the game for a while. I've negotiated every kind of sliver, slice, and deal you can possibly think of, and this is just the market you're in. And this is one of the things that people don't understand is you have to study the market that you're in, understand what the market pays, because it's just like the housing market. And I use this analogy all the time. I say I can go to Manhattan and I can get a house in, say, a 3-bed, 2-bath, I don't know, apartment or flat or whatever, and I can sell it for $1 million, just say. I can take that same apartment, same 3x2, and take it to a mountain town in Tennessee and not come close to that, because the same exact house, because of the location. And that's the market. Because just because you price something for $1,000 doesn't matter. You're just missing out on opportunity. And what I figured out early on was this is not $1,000 video industry. This is a 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, maybe 250, depending on the scope of the work. And I have to figure out, how do I deliver this particular product as quickly as I possibly can so I can be like the Starbucks of video and not just sitting here twiddling my thumbs and wasting time negotiating deals that cannot and will not happen because I'm overpriced for a market that I'm unaware of how it operates. So anyway, this is the beauty of this, is the number 3 here is you're going to build repeat buyers, and you're going to build them fast. So sellers are going to reorder from you. They are multifaceted sellers, agencies. I mean, I can go into details. I'm not going to, but there's a lot of people in this game who need videos quickly, and they will keep coming back over and over and over and over. And I've worked with companies for years. I've worked with agencies for years, and these people will refer their friends. They'll get passionate about your business. You get passionate. It's a partnership, and you can rely on those to show up every single week with opportunities. Not that you'll take every one of them. I turn down 300 to 500 opportunities per month just because it's not a good fit product for me, but they are out there. I'm one person. I'm one person with one look, with one sound, with one style, and they are looking for a variety of all these different things. So that is how you can stack 100, 200 deals a month. I've done up to 250 deals a month when I first got started, doing $5 videos and made money. Now, I get it. Some people go, well, by the time you get paid $20 and then you pay your taxes and then it doesn't matter to me. I look at one number, I look at a daily average number, and I look at the year. And as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, if that number makes sense to me, and at the end of the year when everything's paid, if that number makes sense to me, there's a big difference between what your business makes, what your business profits, and what you take home. There's three big different numbers there. But if it all makes sense to you, that's all that freaking matters. Who cares if Becky on Facebook doesn't like your business model? It doesn't matter. That's none of your business what Becky thinks of your business. Okay, so let's cash in where we can and see what the opportunity is. So, and I'm not just talking about theory here. Once again, in the last few years, I've created over 4,200 videos at this point. I've worked with probably 500 e-commerce sellers. I've completed, I think, about 4,000 paid collaborations using a low-ticket, high-frequency, speed-first model. I say this all the time. And if here's the facts. If a low-ticket deal is killing content creators, then I wouldn't be sitting here today. I wouldn't be generating a six-figure business year after year doing exactly that. Now, is six figures life-changing? For me, absolutely, it has been. But I'm not working 40 hours a week. I'm working, actually this year, geez, I don't even know how many hours I've not worked this year, but it's been one of the chillest years that I've not worked. So anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But the opportunity is there are hundreds and literally thousands of sellers who love this business model because they can get a lot of work done very quickly. They can get fast content. They can scale their business. You can scale your business at a price that they can afford. Now, I'm not going to be the guru who says, and by the way, I see the chats coming in. I'm just on one right now, and I'm going to jump over there and hang out with you guys for just a second. But I don't want to be the guru that goes, you know what, this works for everybody. Because the fact is, it doesn't. And that's okay. And it doesn't work for everybody. Now, I want to be honest. I want to be completely honest. That's, probably in my business, especially my coaching side of my business that I'm just getting started, that's probably one of my downfalls. It's like, yeah, it's great money, but it's a lot of freaking work. Now, it doesn't work for people who don't have a workflow. It doesn't work if you're slow, if you film slow, if you're a perfectionist, if you treat everything like it's a TV commercial or like it's a Hollywood film. This is not going to work for you. If you take 2 days to edit a video, or if you take 2 hours to edit a video, this is not going to work for you. If you allow people to just continue to reach out to you and say, no, I need you to change this. Oh, the lighting wasn't exactly perfect. Oh, you need to stand on top of the Eiffel Tower and shoot this video. And whatever you persist or whatever you allow is going to persist rather. And if you are that person who's just like a people pleaser and you'll do revision after revision after revision and you don't know how to negotiate and like push back, then this is not going to work for you. All right. If you don't batch film, this is not going to work for you. If you're trying to do onesie twosie videos a day, this ain't going to work for you. All right. If you can't manage communication, it ain't going to work for you. If you don't have a system, it ain't going to work for you. If you're not going to make investments back into your business to make your quality content better, it's not going to work for you. If you can't invest, I see get Pinnacle AI in the chat. I invest every single month into a CRM to make my life easy, to track my deals, to see what's going on, to make sure all my messages from 8 different places go into the same place. If you are not going to put the time in, you're not going to put the reps in, then this business is not for you. If you think you're going to come in here and try to get 500 deals a month at $400 each, then you're going to be sad and you're going to waste a lot of time negotiating nothing. So low ticket, high frequency deals work when you have a system that works. And that's the whole secret. I tell people all the time, I don't make money off the deal. I make money off the workflow. I make money because I can come sit on my desk and I can go, hey guys, today we're going to be talking about this product. Let's take an up close look at this product. That's awesome. Let's take an upper closer looker at it. Okay, here we go. Whatever that is. And then we're going to come back here and then we're going to finish the video. I can do that and record live to drive all day, every stinking day, and make $20 in 2 minutes. Now, I understand some stuff takes more time. I'm not saying every video is like that. Sometimes I got to run down to the car, hook up a little air pump to the tire, take some B-roll footage with my phone, and airdrop it to my computer. All right, so maybe I'm at 15, 20 minutes of video. Who cares? By the time you do that 4 or 5, as long as the number at the end of the day is what you want to make. And by the way, this is one stream of revenue. I'm not talking about Amazon income, and I'm not talking about resale income. I'm not talking about live selling income. I'm not talking about any of those things. I'm not talking about creator connection income. I'm saying there's a 4 or 5, deep thing here when you can get product for free and then build that system to have that product make you money over and over and over. And by the way, that product video that someone paid you $20 for, that is now your number one salesperson. When I do a video about a product, I did a video about, let's see, what was it? Like one of those tire compressors. I put that video up. Well, guess what? Their competition is shopping. I'm giving away the goods now. Their competition is shopping those video listings. What are they doing? What's my competition doing? Oh, that guy, he looks good. He sounds good. His videos are great. I'm going to hire him. I'm going to reach out to him, or I'm going to have my agency reach out to him. Happens all the time. More videos, more opportunities. Those are my best salespeople. So low ticket becomes high profit when you batch film, when you use a consistent shot list. You're not trying to make stuff up. You're not trying to get creative every single video. When you keep the edits simple or don't edit at all. When you get better with your craft, when you put in time on the camera. No, I sound like I used to have a fishing podcast, and everyone would always say, "What's the number one tip?" And they go, "Time on the water." That's what they say, time on the water. So time on the camera, time on your desk, time hitting record. Whatever it is, the more you show up, the better you're going to get, and you're going to, get better on camera, and you're going to stick to this real fast turnaround model. Now, once again, it's not for everybody. You got to do what you enjoy. So if you're the creative who you are like, I want to take 50 hours and edit a video, then you got to get really good at sales and go find somebody who's going to pay you the time that it takes to create a video in 50 hours. I'm not saying don't do that strategy. I'm just saying don't beat up on the people like me who are doing a low ticket, high frequency model, who are making revenue that's changing their families, who are giving them opportunities, who are allowing them to reinvest into their business, and allowing others that I help, coach and teach to also take this information and make money from it as well. So you have to eliminate revisions in this business. You got to be able to stand up against these brands and understand what they want before they understand it, and make a good quality video. That way it's a one take and done. There's no more coming back. There's no more revisions. You're not overshooting. You get your communication tight with these. You're pricing per product, not per concept or per video. I mean, I'm just giving it away today. These are things I've learned over time that you have to do. To get a dresser that has 400 pieces and charge $20 to put it together is crazy. So if you're doing that, that's not going to work for you. I did that. I made that mistake. I lost money on that deal. I had to pay somebody. So it's not about the video. It's not about you being able to put your phone on a tripod. It's not about you being able to stand in front of the bay window with the lighting coming in. It's all about the workflow. It's all about the speed. It's all about doing it over and over and over again and doing it at scale. So the real problem in here, and just let me say this, and if I haven't hurt your feelings already, maybe this is going to hurt your feelings. I'm really sorry. A lot of creators hate low ticket deals because they have big egos. And that's the thing when you get into this game as a content creator, especially if you're used to, being a YouTuber and all that stuff, and you come over to Amazon and you get into this low ticket deal. It's like, oh man, I'm not gonna work for that cheap. And we're used to just getting pounded, and especially in the United States, getting pounded in our brain. What's the hourly? What's the hourly? What's the hour? Like some days if I calculate what I make hourly as an entrepreneur, I would just cry myself to sleep. But it's not about what the hour looks like. It's about what does the year look like? What does the 3-year look like? What does the 5-year? What does the 10-year look like? Is that what's growing? And I'm telling you right now, it's a good business model to be in if you can put this system together. So if you are stuck in your ego, if you're thinking about every video is a masterpiece, every video I got to be a filmmaker, then this is not going to be for you. This is absolutely, and I'm not beating up on that. Look, I'm married to a graphic designer who is amazing at her craft and amazing at her skill. And she is an artist through and through and does amazing stuff. And I get that mentality. On the other hand, I like video. I enjoy video. I'm not like, hey, I'm going to go get this $10,000, Steadicam rig and go do B-roll video and like swoop around and do little fancy lighting tricks. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to push buttons on this pedal that's under my desk, and then I'm going to be done with it. It's going to be super simple, to the point. It's just going to be simply about information and information sales. And that's what is going to be attractive to these companies that have thousands of products, is who is the person who can get them and get them done and get me the video, and I can get them the next product, and that's okay. That's it. So that has to be, I'm not saying it has to be your strategy, but I'm saying it is an option for some people, and the video market is a huge market, and ultimately you get whatever you agree. You get paid whatever you agree to get paid, and that's true in business. That's true in your 9 to 5 job. And if the seller, wants simple content and you can deliver it fast, that's not undervaluing yourself. That's running a smart business. That is running a smart business. And I will say, out of all the content creators I've ever met, I've monetized faster than any of them because I decided to work with brands, sellers, sponsors, and been able to do this. So, once again, let's compare two models, and I'm wrapping up. I know I've been ranting for a minute here, but I'm wrapping up, and I appreciate you staying with me if you're hanging, and share your thoughts if you have some, and we'll go to the chat here and hang out for a little bit before I end this. But let's compare these two models. So we're going to do high ticket. So high ticket, and I'll say high ticket is 500 plus, okay, in this business. So I'll say it's slow, it's creative heavy, probably typically a one-off. So it's probably not going to be a ton of repeat business. There's going to be a ton of revisions. Oftentimes it's going to be unpredictable. Sometimes you think you got it nailed and then you don't. Maybe you have to deal with agencies. Maybe you have to like go through multiple different creative agencies or whatever. The usage rights are going to be a whole different thing. And I'm not talking about usage rights in this video. That is a whole nother bag of worms. I do charge a high price for usage rights, but I will say this: I don't make a lot of money off usage rights. I don't sell a lot of them. I price them all the time. I sell them hardly ever. And they probably steal my videos, maybe. I don't know. And then also, when you do bigger projects, you get a bigger turnaround time. You're waiting 30, 60 days maybe to get paid, to get everything done. But with low ticket, it's fast, it's simple, it's repeatable, it's high frequency, hardly any revisions. I never get sent scripts. I get paid on delivery. It's predictable income. In over 3 years of doing this, it has really panned out pretty well for me in my business. So I'm not over here trying to compete with YouTubers. I'm not over here trying to compete with TikTok influencers with millions of followers. I'm serving an entirely different customer with a whole different need. And so I think that it is important in this ginormous film video industry, whatever you want to call it, that we start taking our butter knife and we start slicing these things up, because it's a different game. And I'm not saying you can't cross over in those games. I cross over all the time. There's videos I do that are scripted videos, that are ads, that are higher ticket. I totally get that. But at the end of the day, I'm using my skill set to create content, and I'm understanding every industry I play in, and there's different rules, different budgets, it's different markets. So that's my little bit of a rant right there. But it kind of blows my mind sometimes, because if I think about it, you got content creators that'll complain about a $25 brand deal, but then they're going to spend hours, I'm talking hours, filming and editing for TikTok or for YouTube or for Instagram or for Facebook, hoping to get pennies from a view. But then when you say, oh, I'm going to charge 25 bucks. You charge 25, you're devaluing the industry. Oh, really? I didn't spend 5 hours trying to go viral. Like, I made money in 5 hours. What are we talking about? What's the end goal here? So if you want to cry about the industry rates while editing a trending video for 3 hours that absolutely earns nothing, that's completely maybe money. Meanwhile, I'll do $25 videos in 10 minutes and do that 5-6 times a day. Build a consistent revenue business. It's a consistent content business, consistent revenue in my content business. So anyway, don't talk to me about devaluing the industry anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm going to push back. I'm going to hammer down, especially in this one sliver of the industry. And I think it's very important that we be super transparent and break it down, and let people know what the truth is. And this is the truth. The industry is huge. There's all kinds of opportunities. So I'm building a business that pays me every single month. I know what it's like to go project to project in businesses. I owned a t-shirt printing business before I got into content creation full time, and I get it. There's times where I'm like, dude, if this project doesn't come through, and that was very similar. That was super niche. It was, I had to like close big deals. I was on the phone all the time. I was selling all the time, and now I did my work. I put my videos out there. I made them better over the last several years. And now I'm getting people reaching out to me and I'm taking orders, not doing sales. So anyway, let's jump over and check out the chat. What is up, chat? Sorry that I, kind of ranted on there for a little while, but we got some people hanging out, watching. So we got Pinnacle. What are you talking about? Wait, this is. Oh, are you talking about me and your YouTube audience? Only a couple times a week. Oh, see, the burn and churn 20 to 40. A pop is not hard at all. That's right. Dropping them gems. I tried to. Let's see what Brad says. It says, right, two completely different things. Vertical shorts for 30 versus a full training video for 500 or different beast altogether. And Bradley knows. Bradley's been in this game for a long time. And those are way two different things. Doing a short hit, one take, video versus that is crazy. So systems and processes is what makes and breaks every company. And this is tough. I'm telling you, you get somebody with my brain, and Charles knows. I mean, Charles has been here nearly since year two, for sure. And I have struggled with this probably with more than anybody else, is getting this system together. But if I can do it, most people can do it. Once again, if you are, kind of leaning this way with this type of business model, because it's a different business model. What's up, Paul? Good to see you. Are you in the new space? I am. Yeah. So this is my one office in a much bigger office. So I just got a little hole here. I put all my gear and take these tube lights, throw them on whatever wall. I did paint in here, so that worked out. So likes and follows don't buy groceries. Build content with revenue in mind. You have to have the mindset. I absolutely agree, Bradley. I think, and that's why I think, even I know this. I shouldn't say I think. I believe early on in the game, I didn't quit. There's a lot of people that are not doing Amazon videos anymore because they were like, this isn't worth it. Amazon's algorithm changed, the program changed, money's going down. I can't spend time doing this if I can't scale it, can't make money. And only thing that I did different was I was crazy enough to stick around. I was crazy enough to ask for money. I was, the old saying goes, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And, somebody in my group just posted not too long ago. They don't pay me. It's a free group. She jumped in. She's been on one call, and I just encourage her, like, just ask. And if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And once again, you can ask for whatever rate. You can ask for $5 million a video. But if you ask for $5 million a video 50 times and the answer is no, then the market's not going to pay you $5 million a video. And it's stretching it, but say $500 a video. It's the same thing. You can get into any of these, marketplaces and figure out the pricing model pretty quickly. And if you're not happy with it, don't do it. Go move along and find a different industry to serve, a different model to serve. And that will work out for you. So, all right, looking good. Love your rant. I'm just tired of seeing it because it really is one of those things that these low ticket, high frequency deals have really given me opportunity to do a lot of cool stuff in life. And so I think there is good money in it. It is a lot of work. It is, takes time to get set up, but any business is. And anybody that just want to say, hey, here's the easy button, give me $50, they're liars. I mean, I'm just going to say it. It's like, there's not one business I've ever been a part of, and there's not one business owner I've ever met that's honest that said, oh man, my business is so easy. I make it look easy, but it's because I've done the work. I've done the reps. I've stayed up late. I woke up early to do these deals. I've built these relationships. I did stuff that, like that I didn't necessarily like, oh, okay, I'll do the $5 video just to show you I can get it done quick, and then I can up my rates later. I mean, I've done all those things. I've done the work. So yeah, it's good. What is Monty saying here? We're all waiting on the 2026 new studio tour video. It's the same. It's the same as it always is. Here, actually, let me do this. Let me go over. I don't know if this is going to mess up my audio or not, but let me go over here. And okay, let me get back over. Now let me go back to live mode. Okay, so I just edited that in Ecamm, this next scene. So here is, I think, the camera shot. Okay, it's still on. So this is my Osbot or Osmo Pocket 3, not Osbot. Osmo Pocket 3, and this is just my studio. So it's pretty much the same as always been, just a desk, my main camera, my desk camera, my overhead shot, a little Godox light, and I can't remember whatever this Zhiyun light is. Pretty simple. And Monty's just asking that question because it's his new YouTube channel. Monty, drop your new YouTube channel in the chat. I've been really enjoying it, and if you're a content creator, I think you will too. Monty is picking through it and finding the gear and the things and the lights that podcasters and YouTubers and creators are using and kind of breaking down their studio. So real investigative work he's doing over there, and it's a very entertaining show, and I love all the tech nerdy talk, and then I also love how Monty gives some tips for some of these content creators to level up their studio game. So it's been pretty amazing. So you can go and check that out. I don't know if he's still here or not, if he's going to drop it. But anyway, so that's what I want to talk about. If you weren't here for the live, then go catch the replay. I was actually trying to record a video for YouTube and just post it, but everybody knows I'm terrible at that. And then I went live and realized I wasn't on my live profile on Ecamm. And so it looks pretty bare, but hopefully the rant will get you there. So, all right, you guys take it easy. I appreciate you jumping in, being part of the show, and we'll see you next time. Have a great weekend.